Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and today is the first video in my latest little mini series which is going to be Stitch Your Library. Now a lot of our yarny friends on the YouTube streets have been talking about Stitch Your Library, bringing it back because it had died down for a little while, and I thought, you know what a great opportunity, because I keep talking to you guys about a collection of books that I have in the Let's Make, and it's a crochet series that I've purchased, obviously being a crocheter. And when I do refer to them, I always think I really need to get a little video out to you to show you all the wonderful makes in these books. So you are able to source these currently here in Sydney, Australia, and I'm guessing in other parts of the world because it is a UK product, a UK book or magazine, and it does come here to us, and usually we find it in our local news agency or in our local supermarket. I generally shop at Woolies, and that's where I find mine. And I have been collecting these books now for about 2 years, and I have 11 in my collection. Now this is the series here, so Let's Make, and it starts off, and I'll show you this book. I won't go through the books in detail, but as I create things from them, and I have 3 to show you today. So we have a jumpstart video for our Stitch Your Library mini series. I will show you the relevant pages at the time when I'm creating the future projects. But for now, let me just quickly show you why I love these books. First of all, they come in a variety of, they're all paperback, they're not hardback, which makes them very affordable, and they do come varying in levels of your crochet. But this very first one, as it says, Crochet for Beginners, and I do believe this is the first one that I purchased just after I'd started crocheting because I love books, like most of us do, and I really needed to have it in my collection. Now this one here, I won't go through the whole thing, but I will show you the contents page just to give you an idea, guys. And this one is a matte page one, so it's not a shiny paper, but some of them are. So if you have a look at this, and I'm not sure how clear it is for you, but the reason why I'm showing you is to let you know that the title pretty much reflects what's in there. So it's got getting started, so everything that you need to get started. And then it has, you know, the next step, and it shows you the basics. I'll just flick through a little bit. So basically how to hold your hook and how to create a slip knot. And then it shows you even how to chain, and then it goes through all the very basic stitches. Now, be mindful, this is double crochet, but it's UK terminology. So if you're reading this and you follow patterns in US terminology, just like I generally do, you just need to convert it, and they always have a conversion chart in here. So double crochet UK is single crochet US terminology. So after reading them for a while, you don't even see what they say in the language that they're saying or the terminology. You start, you know, reading it in your mind with the terminology that you're used to, whether it be UK or US. So this book, as I said, this one is very basic. It even shows you what yarn to buy, and then the great thing is that at the very end you put all of your skills into practice because it gives you a few little projects. So that was the very first one, Crochet for Beginners. I'm just going to pop it here for the moment. Now these aren't in any order now because I started to collect them over the time because I just fell in love with them. So this is another one, and it is such a beautiful book as well. Now this one again is with a matte material paper. There's just a little sample there of what you can make inside. But let me tell you, there is such a great variety. But this one again is one of those that shows you, if you can see there in the context, it's teaching you the very basics again. So I know it's a little bit tricky for me to show you, but even it has basic stitches, and it's got beautiful, as you can see, illustrations and drawings and instructions, and it makes it very clear. So for someone who is just starting and wants to have a visual at their hands, like a book or a magazine type way to learn, I highly recommend these. And again, of course, it comes, you get a project section. Now this being more of an instructional book, look at that, how gorgeous is that, guys? It does only have a few projects, but you'll see as we go along that there are so many more projects in the other books. Let me just pop that down gently. So now this one is called Easy Crochet Projects. And in here, I'll just show you the patterns. Again, this is one of those, never mind my sticky note. There's some of the patterns inside. So it gives you a whole range of, like, for example, clothing, homeware, amigurumi and toys. So it gives a great collection and a few of each. So around 30 patterns in this one, I would say at the very least. Now I have to say that after looking at all of the books, some of them do double up in some of the patterns, but that's okay. I think they would probably be their most popular patterns. Like, for example, there's a unicorn that pops up a fair bit, and there's another little bear and some of the dolls, and there is a granny square blanket that pops up a bit. But that's, oh, there's the unicorn there, speaking of. And it does come up in a few other books as well. But that's okay, as I said, because, you know, for the amount of money that you're paying, you're actually getting a lot of projects to make. Now, generally in Australia, so remember Australian dollar is a little bit different to maybe your currency, or if you're watching this in Australia, hello, around between $20 and $25, depending where you purchase it. Now, this one is Crochet Living. Absolutely love this. So as you can imagine, this has a lot of makes for the home, but it doesn't just limit it to, like, you know, cushions and, you know, rugs. It's got such a variety in there. So for example, you've got for the home, you've got blankets and things. You've got bed, you know, like pet beds in there. There's also such a whole variety of gifts and amigurumi. It's just gorgeous. Look, even those little loveys there. So I can't, you know, rate these books enough. I look at this little gorgeous little puppy there on its bed. So as I said, look, I can't rate these enough, and I just wish that I could show you each and every pattern, but of course we won't, you know, take up all your time now with that, but we will definitely go through a few of the patterns that I've made. So now this one is Create Crochet Soft Toys. Now, of course, because I'm on my amigurumi toy making journey, I thought this one would be an absolute must. And let me just show you here again. What I love about this one here is that it actually goes through, like, for example, it gives you more techniques, and this one's a shiny paper one, so it's probably a bit shiny. This one shows you more basics on how to make amigurumi and toys. So it does go through, you know, like, for example, how to read the pattern and how to, let me just show you here, like getting started, the different ways of getting started. It shows you how to work in the round, because most of amigurumi is made in the round, you know, and how to join amigurumi, which is, you know, very, very important. And I'm still learning that, I have to tell you, you know, which I absolutely love. Again, you know, giant photos and things. And then it even shows you how to read charts. It's quite like, if you need a place to have a lot of things like charts and written patterns, how to read them, and conversion charts, you know, for the terminology and for the yarn types and for the need, like your hook sizes, it's actually a very good resource. Each and every one of them, actually, even though some of them have more patterns than instruction, they still are amazing. Like when you read through them, that's how I feel about them anyway. I can't recommend them more enough. And then here you go, here's our project gallery for this one. So they're just some of the little things that you can make, which are adorable. And here's our little magical unicorn. Now this one keeps popping up, that's why I thought I would show you that. But you know what, I need a couple of them, and that's fine by me. Now, oh my gosh, they're just cuter and cute. Look at this one. I just can't get enough of them. And most of them are, you know, not so much for the very, very beginner, but I think a beginner actually, because I'm not more advanced than a, you know, beginner, you can tackle them very, very well if you want to look at the amigurumi ones. Now, I also love this one, the crochet toy box. Look at that gorgeous cow on the front. And it's got like the food and even like games and things like that in this one. I absolutely love it. So here's the contents here. Look, there's even a cake in there. So this one is really, really cool. Sorry, guys, that was a little bit of a wave. So very, very sweet book once again. Oh, I love this turtle. Here's one that I'd love to make. Okay, so that's that one there. Let me pop it down on the floor. Now, this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's all about crocheting blankets. This one was actually gifted to me by our friend Fran. Thank you so much, Fran. Absolutely love this book. And here we are here, just a little sample of what you can expect to make inside. Absolutely gorgeous. And it has, you know, categories like bright and beautiful. Then it's got baby blankets in there. So, you know, it gives you granny square blankets. So it just gives you a nice variety as well in all of the books. Now, the next couple of books that I'll show you are ones that I've made something from. But before I go into those three, I just want to show you the difference in quality from some other books and why I really rate these books. So this one is 100 crochet tiles, and this one was gifted to me by Fran as well. Thank you so much, Fran. And this book is very well made. I don't think that these pages would come out, and again, between $20 and $25 to purchase this book, depending on where you purchase it. Again, speaking in Australian dollars. Now, this is the same book, guys, and I've been working out of this book now for a year, and even though it's a beautiful book, look at this. It falls apart. And this book costs nearly twice as much. So it's very disappointing, you know, when you pay good money and just to have something fall apart. I do also know that the Let's Make books, you can get some on a Kindle version, so that might be something that you prefer. But me, certainly, I'm still very much old school, and I like to have, you know, the paper copy. So they're the 8, 9, 10. So I've got 3 more to show you. I've actually worked out of these. Now, our little friend here will be our last one that I'll show you. So I hope, you know, you're enjoying my little co-host for the day. Now, out of this one, Let's Make Supersize Crochet. I absolutely love the idea of this one because I have so much blanket yarn and velvet yarn, and I thought it'd be great to apply some of that yarn to these projects. And I also have some macrame cord, which might be perfect. But the very first project that I made, so let me just show you does it have a contents page? Once again, it does, oh, no it doesn't. Sorry guys, I'm fluffing around now. But in this one here, oh, here we go, the project index happens to be on the back. So it's an index, not a contents, this one. There you go. But when you open up the first page, you see, well, not the first, the third, you see this gorgeous bag. Now, the pattern for this is supersize, and here it is here, guys. It says Ombre Circles Tote Bag. Now, some of you might remember this from our blanket yarn series. I didn't make it supersize, but I certainly did convert it to be able to use it with my blanket yarn and make it into this gorgeous little handbag. So that's one thing that I've already stitched from my library, which I think is pretty awesome. And let me tell you, this little bag goes on outings all the time. We have a very good time together. Now, the one I'm going to show you next is a Christmas collection book here. And it's got so many gorgeous projects in there. Now, I'll see if we have, is it an index page or a like here is a contents page, and you get the idea of it. You can make homewares, toys, and everything in between. Now, I did make 2 things for Christmas, not Christmas 2023, but Christmas 2022. And the very first thing I made was this Santa dishcloth, or Christmas dishcloth, and here it is here, made with 100% cotton. My buckle isn't straight in the middle, but that's not bad at all. And, you know, I do use it to showcase it, you know, when I talk about, you know, certain styles of crochet. And this is one that always gets a big hit from, like a big oh from everybody. It's just cute, right? And then the other thing that I made from here is this gorgeous spa set. Now, with this spa set, let me show you. I did a Christmas version, so I'll show you that. But I did make it in just mainstream colours, not at all Christmassy, because I was very focused at Christmas at the time when I got that book. But this one is a soap sack. but it can also double up as a little pouch for gifting, you know, little gifts and chocolates or gift cards and that. But I actually have one in my bathroom that looks the same as this one, and it's exactly used for what it's meant to be, and that's a soap sack. But let me show you my Christmas version. It is so very, very pretty, I think. So we start off with our little face washer. These are all made with cotton, and I believe the cotton at the time was all Hobie cotton. So all I did was just follow the instruction, very well written, remembering that it's UK terminology, not US. Here's my little soap pouch there, very cute. 3 little face scrubbies, absolutely love them. And a little bath poof to scrub. And it's also got scrubby yarn in there. And from memory, Josephine, or was it Simone, gifted me the red scrubby yarn. Anyway, one of our beautiful yarny friends. Either way, they've both gifted me some, so thank you, which means I can make many, many more for the future. So that's what came out of that book. So Stitch Your Library project number 2, which was awesome. And then lucky last, we have this one, Quick and Easy Crochet. Now, I do have a few more tabs in here for you, just to give you an idea of the variety that you can. Oh, I just love that. Look at that hamburger. He is adorable, with or without the face. So again, this one talks to you about the essentials. Not very great detail as in too many pages, but you get that at the start of the book as well. And then we go into our clothing area. So there's just a little sample of what you can, you know, make in the clothing area. Then there's the home section, which I absolutely love. Gorgeous, right? And then we have our holiday section, you know, like Christmas, Halloween, Easter, and what have you. Valentine's Day, there's a rose there. And then we go into the toys. And this is where our little friend comes in. So I made, and there is a backstory to this. So I made our gorgeous little tutor fence. Now I followed the pattern for the little one, and as you can see, he's not little, so he'll say hello to you in a moment. And it is, again, a very well written pattern. I'm trying to block out as much as I can. It shows you how, you know, what technique to use for his snout, because he is a tutor fence after all. Probably makes sweet music with his nose. And I absolutely loved and enjoyed making this project. So project number 3 for Stitch Your Library. And I started him yesterday, beg your pardon, the night before, and I finished him yesterday. And let me tell you, the inspiration not only came from that book, but from our friend Julie over at KS Mum Crochets. Julie, I finally made my very own tutor fence. Now, my one isn't tiny at all, guys, right? And look at his little tail. I just adore him so, so very much. Look at his happy little face. Now, let me just pop him down there. The way I made him was using, of course, my blanket yarn. So I used my mill ends, and I thought I'd go for a variegated style color, because in the book it actually recommends in the pattern that you try to use some yarn other than a plain one, because it gives it a nicer look and effect in the end. And of course I used my 8mm hook and heaps and heaps and heaps of stuffing. Now the very special part is this too, and apologies, I just felt the stitch marker that I had where I had to stop stuffing so that I could poke his little snout in there to create that beautiful, beautiful snout. Now look at his eyes, guys. Can you see that? I just love them. They're embroidered eyes, and I have to thank our gorgeous friend Cassandra over at Craftably Ever After, because she's put out an awesome tutorial, guys, if you haven't already seen it. And if I can do this, anybody can do this, trust me. I thought that that would be the most impossible thing for me to do, and I got it done, and I'm very, very proud of myself and very, very grateful to Cassandra, so thank you. So there's my little tutor fence. So he's got nice big floppy ears and a gorgeous little tail. I just love his tail. So let me pop him back there, my little co-host for the day. So that's it, guys. That is a Stitch Your Library. We've got 3 projects in there, but before we go, I have a little surprise for everybody. Now, as I was looking through my library to collect all my Let's Make magazines or books, whatever you want to call them, I happened to find 2 duplicates. 2 brand new books that aren't just going to stay in here. There's no purpose, and I'm going to have a little mini giveaway. So if anybody's interested in receiving these 2 in the post, please put the word let's L-E-T''S in the comments down below, and I will be sure to send them off to you as soon as this little giveaway closes. Now, today is the 29th of January 2024 here in Sydney, Australia. Let me look at my calendar. How about we keep this going to, let me get my glasses on, guys. How about we keep it going till Monday the 12th. So Monday the 12th of February 2024, Sydney, Australia time, midnight Sydney, Australia time, it will close. So get your comments in if you wish to participate in this giveaway. Now this is, you know, I have to say all these things, but YouTube does not sponsor this giveaway. It's all just me. Like I said, I happen to find the 2 duplicates, and why not share the yarny love with you guys. So thank you once again for hanging out with me. It's been such a pleasure to bring you my little library, and I'm so looking forward to bringing you future projects. I know I keep referring to these books, and I keep saying, oh, one day I will put out a video with them, and now I have. And also, Mr. Tudor Fans has finally come into fruition, because I have been wanting to make him for a very long time, because Julie's made about 7 of them. So it was time that I had one in my home as well. So on that note, I hope you're all keeping well. Take care, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye, everybody.